My name is Connie McCloud, Sloop Heichel, Cedar Moon woman. I am a Puyallup tribal member, Puyallup tribal elder, and I am the Historic Heritage Division Manager for the tribe. As the Heritage Division Manager, I oversee language, culture, and historic preservation. We have been working together as a committee for quite some time, and we've looked at the name of the mountain. So what this paper has done has helped bring to us the importance of bringing together the languages, bringing together some of the historic information that's been written, maybe in the papers here locally. Several times, TV programs have asked for information. And what is the significance of their mountain in our culture? And so I'm also a student at this time, but to bring a lot of this information together for our departments also means we can bring this information to our community and our people. Culturally, then, our mountain is sacred. What I knew when I was growing up was that this was a place where everything begins, because this is the headwaters of our river. It's the headwaters of the water nurtures us. We're made larger from water. Our salmon, all of the beings that live in our water, it nourishes the land where we have our food, our animals, our plants, our medicine. And so it helps connect everything together because we are all connected. We have times when we would go to the mountains to fast, to pray, to help heal ourselves, to help understand the world around us. We go to the mountains to gather huckleberries because this was an important food for our people. We go to the mountains to gather the plants to make our baskets. We go to the mountains to gather our cedar. My grandparents lived during a time where speaking the language was punishment. And so they kept their children from being punished by not speaking the language. So they didn't teach. So I didn't hear the language directly from my parents or grandparents. What I understood, the name of the mountain was Tahoma. I recently heard one of our elders today tell us we're all related. So we may come from Puyallup. Our identity comes from the waterway. Our central waterway comes from our sacred mountain.
ʔəswəli tidsta Zalmai Zahir ʔəswəli tidsta. My name is Zalmai Zahir ʔəswəli. Lou Matheson Sista Situtskoi. My mother was Lou Matheson. Asif Zahir Tista Titutbad. My father was Asif Zahir, Talal, Afghanistan. He was from Afghanistan. Hi, Gwilla Don Matheson Tusta Titutbad, Chasbad. My stepfather's name, the man that raised me, was named Don Matheson. From Puyallup, he's Tut Chasbad. And my stepfather was Puyallup. My attempt is to tell the reader, this is how I interpret the data that we have, and this is what we think this data says. This is the story we want to tell that goes with the data, not what I think. So it's not about my expertise per se, or my knowing something. It's rather using these tools to put together a fairly convincing story. There's been a lot written about the names of Mount Rainier and what that possibly means, but linguistically, there's never been a breakdown of the names, especially the one that's the word, the name of the city Tacoma comes from Tacoma or Tacoma. There's never been a breakdown of that name to show us grammatically what the meaning of that name means. And then there's another name that is associated with Mount Rainier and the What we're looking at is then um, linguistic evidence that this name goes back to a time when these Salish languages, as we know them now, were more like Proto-Salish. And that means that the name Tacoma or Tacopman or Tacobad is very, very old. The Proto-Salish word, for example, for water is quote. And this paper shows that no, quote is not the Proto-Salish word for water or something related to water. It's taquote. And then you get taquote, man, or ma, and so on. And then the other thing that I really enjoy about the paper is that it's connected to the stories connected to the narratives that were told about Mount Rainier, and gives insight into the culture and the worldview that the people had about snow-capped mountains with permanent ice glaciers on them.